Travel back with us to 1818, a time when wheels and gears paved the way for revolution. Witness the birth of the bicycle, an invention that would change the world forever. From clunky and cumbersome beginnings to the elegant forms we now pedal with ease, watch as history unfolds before your eyes. Experience the thrill of riding the past. Here are the historic rare bicycle models from 1818 to the 1890s. In the early 19th century, riders started using two-wheeled vehicles that required balancing. The first of these was the German Dry Xena in 1817, which became the blueprint for bicycles. The term bicycle was coined in France during the 1860s, while the nickname penny farthing referred to a specific type of 19th century bicycle. There are several disputed claims about the invention of the bicycle. A sketch from around 1500 AD, attributed to Gian Giacomo Capriotti, a pupil of Leonardo da Vinci, was later deemed a deliberate fraud. However, some still argue for its authenticity. Another unverified claim involves the Comte de Sivrac, who supposedly developed a selle refaire in 1792. This machine had two wheels and lacked steering, requiring riders to lean for control. However, recent research challenges the existence of the two-wheeled selle refaire, suggesting it may have been a misinterpretation by the renowned French journalist Louis Baudry de Saunier in 1891. Overshadowing any evidence to the contrary. 1817 to 1819. The Dry Xena, or Velocipede. Once upon a time in 1817, a German baron named Karl van Dries took the world by storm with his revolutionary invention. Faced with the tragic demise of horses due to disastrous crop failure, Baron Dries sought an alternative mode of transportation. He crafted a magnificent contraption out of wood, known as the Laufmaschine, or running machine, which would later be dubbed the Dry Xena, or Dry Xena. With his ingenious design, Baron Dries introduced the first commercially successful human-powered vehicle with two wheels. This marvelous velocipede captured the imagination of daring souls who dared to balance. Weighing a mere 48 pounds and boasting iron-shod wheels, a rear-wheel brake, and a front-wheel trail for a self-centering caster effect, the Dry Xena quickly gained popularity across Western Europe and North America. In June 1817, Baron Dries embarked on a remarkable journey from Mannheim, covering a distance of 8 miles in less than an hour. The Dry Xena's prowess astounded onlookers as it glided effortlessly through the streets. Inspired by Baron Dries's invention, British cartwrights joined the movement, eager to put their own spin on the concept. Dennis Johnson of London, a notable figure in the industry, unveiled an enhanced version of the machine. He called it the pedestrian curricle, or velocipede, but the public, ever fond of catchy nicknames, affectionately referred to it as the hobby horse or even the dandy horse in jest. During the summer of 1819, the hobby horse took London society by storm. Thanks to Johnson's shrewd marketing and improved patent protection, the fashionable elite, known as the dandies and Corinthians, embraced this thrilling new trend. However, their enthusiasm was short-lived as the excitement waned when fines were imposed on riders traversing the city's sidewalks. The once beloved hobby horse was swiftly abandoned, becoming nothing more than a fleeting fashion statement. Though its reign may have been brief, Baron Dries's groundbreaking invention forever secured his place in history as the, quote, father of the bicycle. His vision and innovation laid the foundation for a revolution in transportation that continues to captivate the world to this day. 1820s to 1850s. An era of three- and four-wheelers. During the transformative decades of the 1820s to 1850s, an exciting era of human-powered transportation unfolded. Ingenious inventors, inspired by the Dry Xena, pushed the boundaries and introduced numerous advancements. While the concept of a balanced two-wheel design seemed far-fetched at the time, it didn't deter them from creating captivating contraptions. These innovative machines, boasting 3 wheels, tricycles, or even 4 wheels, quadricycles, flaunted a mesmerizing array of styles. Some were equipped with pedals, others with treadles or hand crank mechanisms. However, their impressive designs often came with drawbacks, such as excessive weight and resistance on the road. Nonetheless, a true maverick by the name of Willard Sawyer from Dover managed to defy the odds. He crafted a collection of 4-wheeled vehicles, operated by treadles, and unleashed them onto the global stage in the remarkable decade of the 1850s. 1830s. The reported Scottish inventions. Some attribute the creation of the first motorized 2-wheel vehicle to Kirkpatrick Macmillan, a Scottish blacksmith, in 1839. According to his nephew, Macmillan developed a rear-wheel drive design using mid-mounted treadles connected by rods to a rear crank, similar to a steam locomotive's transmission. Macmillan is also associated with the earliest recorded incident of a bicycling traffic offense. However, the evidence linking him to this event is weak, as the report does not specify the number of wheels on the vehicle and refers to the rider as a gentleman, which is unlikely for Macmillan. Another similar machine was supposedly created by Gavin Dalzell of Lismahago around 1845, but there is no official claim of invention from him. It is believed that he copied the idea for business purposes. A replica of Dalzell's machine is displayed at the Riverside Museum in Glasgow, which also houses the oldest existing bicycle. The first documented producer of treadle bicycles with rod-driven mechanisms was Thomas McCall of Kilmarnock in 1869. McCall's design was influenced by the French font crank Velocipede invented by Lallemand and Michaud. 1853, and the invention of the first bicycle with pedal crank, Tret Kerbel Farad, by Philip Moritz Fischer. At the tender age of 9, Philip Moritz Fischer, a young adventurer, relied on the Dry Xena to commute to school. Little did he know that his passion for cycling would lead him to a groundbreaking invention. After years of wandering across Europe, Fischer returned to his hometown of Schweinfurt, Bavaria, following the tragic loss of his firstborn. It was there in 1853 that he quietly constructed a remarkable contraption, the very first bicycle with pedals. But Fischer chose to keep his invention a well-kept secret, hidden from the prying eyes of the world. The remarkable Tret Kerbet Valrad of 1853 still stands proud today, meticulously preserved and put on display for all to marvel at in the enchanting halls of the Municipality Museum in Schweinfurt. 1860s and the Michaud Velocipede, aka Bone Shaker. The fascinating history of early bicycles takes us on a journey through time, filled with inventors and innovators who sought to create the perfect ride. One of the first commercially successful designs emerged from France, igniting a fashionable craze that swept the nation from 1868 to 1870. The French marvel, exhibited at the Canada Science and Technology Museum in Ottawa, featured a simpler design compared to its predecessors. The key breakthrough was the use of rotary cranks and pedals mounted directly to the front wheel hub. This ingenious addition allowed riders to pedal and propel the machine with greater ease, but it also posed challenges. The limitations of the design's rotational speed raised concerns about stability and comfort. To address these issues, the iconic penny farthing bicycle was born, characterized by its large front wheel and smaller rear wheel. However, pedaling the wheel used for steering proved to be a difficult task. This unique French design, often called the Bone Shaker, earned its nickname due to its rigid frame and iron-banded wheels, resulting in a rather jarring experience for riders. The origins of this remarkable machine can be traced back to Paris in the late 1860s, although its early history remains somewhat mysterious. Conflicting patent claims have shrouded the identity of the individual who first attached cranks to the bicycle's front wheel. Some credit Ernest Michaud and Pierre Lademont, while others argue for rear-pedaling Alexandre Lefebvre. The International Cycling History Conferences continue to debate these claims. One notable figure in the bicycle's history is Pierre Michaud, a blacksmith from France. In addition to his work in the carriage trade, he began producing Velocipede à pedales on a small scale in the early 1860s. The entrepreneurial Olivier brothers, Aimé and René, recognized the potential profitability of the new machine and formed a partnership with Michaud in 1868. They established Michaud et Cie, the first company to mass-produce bicycles. The innovative design featured a cast-iron frame bolted together, later replaced by a stronger diagonal frame made of wrought iron. As the bicycle craze took hold, other blacksmiths followed suit, forming their own companies and using similar designs. The Michaud company dominated the industry, but as customer complaints about broken frames arose, the Oliviers realized the need for a design change. They adopted the diagonal frame, already employed by their competitors, ensuring the continued success of Michaud bicycles. Paris's newly paved boulevards provided smooth riding conditions, and the popularity of the bicycle soared on both sides of the Atlantic. In the United States, the machine became known as the Bone Shaker, while in France it retained the name Velocipede. With time, solid rubber tires and ball bearings improved the riding experience. The enthusiasm for velocipedes extended beyond major urban centers, reaching rural areas and even small cities like Halifax, Nova Scotia. However, the Franco-Prussian War of 1870 dealt a severe blow to the velocipede market in France, leading to its decline. Similarly, the Bone Shaker saw a brief period of popularity in the United States, which ended by 1870. Some theories suggest that the challenging road conditions in America and the hefty royalties demanded by Calvin Whitty, who had purchased Lalemant's patent, contributed to its downfall. The United Kingdom remained the only place where the bicycle did not lose favor. In 1869, an American inventor named William Van Anden introduced a revolutionary concept, the freewheel. Placed in the hub of the front wheel, the freewheel allowed riders to propel themselves forward without constant pedaling. Despite initial skepticism from bicycle enthusiasts who preferred simplicity, the freewheel eventually gained acceptance and further advanced the mechanics of bicycles. The early chapters of bicycle history paint a vivid picture of ingenuity, fashion trends, and the quest for improvement. From the French designs that sparked a craze to the challenges faced in different regions, each contribution paved the way for the development of more advanced and efficient machines, shaping the future of transportation. 1870s. The high wheel bicycle. The high bicycle, a natural progression from the Bone Shaker, featured an enlarged front wheel for higher speeds, a smaller rear wheel, and a lighter frame. Eugene Meyer, a Frenchman, is credited by the International Cycling History Conferences, or ICHC, and is now recognized as the father of the high bicycle. He introduced the wire-spoke tension wheel in 1869 and produced classic high bicycle designs until the 1880s. Meanwhile, James Starley in Coventry made significant contributions to the British cycling industry. He incorporated tangent spokes and a mounting step into his renowned bicycle called Ariel, earning him the title of the father of the British cycling industry. Standard improvements such as ball bearings, solid rubber tires, and hollow-section steel frames reduced weight and improved the riding experience. With front wheel diameters reaching up to 60 inches, 1.5 meters, the high bicycle offered impressive speed. As time passed and newer designs emerged, the high bicycle became known as the ordinary bicycle. However, during its heyday, no such distinction was necessary since there was no other kind. In England, it gained the nickname penny farthing, with the front wheel symbolizing a penny and the rear wheel representing a smaller coin, a farthing. While these bicycles provided speed, they were also unsafe. Riders sat at great heights and traveled at high speeds, making accidents common and potentially fatal. Hitting a rough patch of road could easily throw the rider over the front wheel, resulting in serious injuries or even death. The design of these bicycles often trapped the rider's legs beneath the handlebars, making it difficult to free oneself during a fall. Due to the danger associated with riding high bicycles and societal norms of the Victorian era, cycling became predominantly pursued by adventurous young men. Risk-averse individuals, such as elderly gentlemen, preferred more stable options like tricycles or quadricycles. Moreover, the prevailing women's fashion of the time made it impractical for women to ride the, quote, ordinary bicycle. Queen Victoria owned a tricycle but likely never rode it. Although the high-wheel bicycle was initially developed by French and English inventors, the aftermath of the Franco-Prussian War hindered France's progress in the industry. Thus, English entrepreneurs introduced the high-wheeler to the English market, where it gained significant popularity. Cities such as Coventry, Oxford, Birmingham, and Manchester became centers of the English bicycle industry. These cities, like Paris, Saint-Étienne, and New England, possessed the necessary metalworking and engineering skills required for bicycle manufacturing. High-wheeled bicycles eventually crossed the English Channel, with France experiencing a gradual increase in their popularity from 1875. In the U.S., individuals like Frank Weston began importing bicycles in the late 1870s, and Albert Augustus Pope introduced his Columbia high-wheelers in 1878. Pope secured control over various patents, including Lelamont's 1866 patent, and either forced competitors out of business or collected royalties from them. The American Star bicycle, invented by G.W. Pressey in 1880, featured a smaller front wheel to reduce the occurrence of accidents. By 1884, high-wheelers and tricycles had gained popularity among a small group of upper-middle-class individuals in England, France, and the United States. Their usage also spread to other parts of the world, largely due to the influence of the British Empire. Albert Augustus Pope played a pivotal role in the industry's growth, introducing mechanization, mass production, aggressive advertising, and litigation on behalf of cyclists. Pope's strategies, including the annual model change and the adoption of vertical integration, set the stage for future successes in the bicycle industry. Despite these advancements, cyclists remain largely limited to urban, upper-class individuals, mainly men, until the 1890s. It was seen as an example of conspicuous consumption reflecting societal trends of the time. The safety bicycle and the bike bubble, 1880s and 1890s. The development of the safety bicycle marked a significant turning point in the history of bicycles, transforming them from dangerous toys for young athletes into practical means of transportation for people of all ages and genders. The high-wheeler bicycle faced inherent safety issues, and its direct front-wheel drive limited its maximum speed. Inventors attempted to address these problems by introducing chain-driven front wheels in dwarf bicycles like the Kangaroo. Rear-wheel chain drives were also experimented with, including Henry John Lawson's Bicyclette in 1879. But these designs still featured a large front wheel and a small rear wheel, earning them the nickname the Crocodile and proving unsuccessful in the market. John Kemp Starley, nephew of James Starley, achieved success with the introduction of the Rover in 1885, which became the first widely successful safety bicycle. Stanley's design featured a steerable front wheel with significant caster, equally sized wheels, and a chain drive to the rear wheel. The safety bicycle quickly gained popularity and completely replaced the high-wheeler in North America and Western Europe by 1890. John Dunlop's reinvention of the pneumatic bicycle tire in 1888 greatly improved the riding experience on paved streets, offering a smoother ride compared to the previous solid rubber tires that were better suited for dirt roads. Safety bicycles, despite their smaller wheel size, became more comfortable thanks to the pneumatic tires, rendering complex bicycle suspension spring assemblies unnecessary. The diamond frame emerged as the favored design for its strength and efficiency. In 1889, Isaac R. Johnson, an African-American inventor, patented a folding bicycle with a modern diamond frame, a pattern still used in bicycles today. The introduction of the chain drive improved comfort and speed by transferring power to the non-steering rear wheel, enabling smoother and more relaxed pedaling. With easier pedaling and improved maneuverability, riders could navigate corners more efficiently. While the pneumatic tire and diamond frame enhanced rider comfort, they did not constitute crucial design or safety features. A bicycle with a hard rubber tire is rideable, but significantly less comfortable. The diamond frame design allowed for lighter weight, simplified construction, easier maintenance, and ultimately lower prices. The first electric bicycle is believed to have been built by Hosea W. Libby in 1897. During the mid-1890s, bicycle sales thrived despite a severe economic depression, making it one of the few sectors experiencing growth. This led to market saturation, oversupply, and intense price competition, ultimately causing the collapse of manufacturers as the bicycle market bubble burst. By the 1890s, the design of the ladies' roadster bicycle was well established. It featured a step-through frame instead of the diamond frame found in men's models, allowing women in dresses and skirts to easily mount and ride the bicycles. These bikes often included a skirt guard to prevent clothing from getting caught in the rear wheel and spokes. The frame and handlebar positioning provided an upright riding posture. While early models had front spoon brakes, later advancements led to the use of coaster brakes or rod-actuated rim or drum brakes. The Dutch cycling industry experienced rapid growth from the 1890s onward. As the British market held the strongest and most developed bicycle designs at the time, Dutch frame manufacturers either imitated British designs or imported bicycles from England. In 1895, 85% of all bikes purchased in the Netherlands were of British origin, leaving a lasting influence on the sturdy and traditional shape of Dutch bicycles. While the ladies' roadster bicycle lost popularity in England and other Western countries throughout the 20th century, it remained beloved in the Netherlands, leading to the term Dutch bikes to refer to bicycles of this design. In Dutch, they are known as omafiets, meaning grandma's bike. We hope you enjoyed discovering these rare historic bicycle models as much as we did. From the early wooden contraptions to the intricate designs of the 1890s, witnessing this evolution is truly awe-inspiring. These bicycles not only revolutionized transportation, but also captured the spirit of innovation and human progress. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep pedaling through history. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.